This is Wristmate, but where it really shines is on the Apple Watch. So if we zoom right in here, you will notice there is something different about this watch face. And it's this right here. This is the photo complication. And now I know you might be looking at this watch face and you may have never seen it. This is an ultra watch face, but there is others as well. So you can see up here, I have the complication as well. Now this one obviously showcases it a lot more. So this is the one I'm gonna stay on when I show you how it works. And to show you how it all works, we do have to go back to the iPhone. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and launch the Wristmate app. I did also wanna mention, this app is only 99 cents. I made it as cheap as possible. Usually all my apps are around that amount. It's anywhere between 99 cents to $1.99. My goal with all of this is to make apps that I personally want and love to actually use, and then make them as affordable as possible for all of you. So back to the app. The app has 3 sections. There's sets, shortcuts, and then the settings. I tried to make it as easy as possible to understand. Your sets are your complication sets. Your shortcuts are the shortcuts once you open the app. You can set all sorts of different shortcuts up. And then you have your settings, which just gives you a few more options and a way to contact me if you have any issues. So let's go ahead and head back to the sets. So we have a few complications already set up here, but I'm gonna go ahead and create a new one. We're gonna do a new circular set. We're just gonna come in here and call this demo. So right there, I have a circular set. There is no rotation as of right now. But you can set it once you add pictures. You have to add more than one, of course, to get the rotation to work. And then let me go ahead and close that so it gets the keyboard away. And I even set it up to where when you tap on one of those complications, you can instantly run one of your actions. You also have the ability to do a border around the picture if you want. And then you can add your photos down here. The more that I think about this and showcase it, I probably need to move the photos up to the top. So be looking forward to that update very soon. So right in here, we have our photos. You can add it. Now, since I've already added some, I do have the option to add from library. Otherwise, when you first go, you just have your photos library and you will have to give it access to that in some form or fashion. I'm gonna go ahead and add from library in this case, and then I can come in here and select whichever ones I want. This is gonna be some fun Mandalorian and everything, so we're gonna go with these options. So I click add, and then you can see I have my photos right below. But that's not, you can end it there and you're good to go, but you can even come in here and you can rotate the image however you want, and you can even zoom in as well. So if I want to get closer to Mandalorian's face for this one, I can do that. Same thing with any other photos. So if this one right here, it's a little bit, there we go. I like it right there better. Now you will notice there's a little bit of black right there because this image wasn't that long, but in this case, it does feel okay. It looks all right through there. So we have these all set up. Now that I've added some, you can see rotate is every 30 minutes, but I can change this. I'm gonna change it to on app launch. So anytime I open up the app to run one of those actions, the image is gonna change by the time I close it. We can add a border if we want. In this case, I'm not gonna add, well, maybe I will. The white kind of shines a little bit too bright for me on my watch face, but you can set it to whatever you want it to be. So now that I have this all set up, I can come out of here and then we're gonna go back to the watch. So on the watch, I have the app installed and the icon is right here. If you don't have the app installed, it's super easy to install. Let me go back to the phone super fast. You go into the watch app on the phone. Usually they install automatically, but sometimes they get caught. You just scroll all the way down to the bottom because it's called Wristmate, so it will be here on the bottom. You can just tap install. So if I scroll up a little bit, you'll see here under the installed apps, Wristmate is right there and it's checked to show on the Apple Watch. So we'll come right back here and then I'm gonna edit this watch face. And to edit it, you just tap and hold, hit the edit button, and then you might have to swipe through because this watch face especially has a lot of different options. You go to the one that says complication at the top. I can tap on this complication. You can see the Tiff and me right there, that's that one. overheated. And here is the demo one we just created. So we have that orange ring, that's that orange border around it. And then if I tap and open the app and then I go and close the app, this image will then change. So I can do this as much as I want. There is a little bit of a delay to it, you will notice that, but it will keep happening every time you launch the app. So it's really nice, and you don't have to set it that way. You can set it however you want. It does flow through them in order. It's not random. If that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Maybe we can do something like that in a future update as well. But let's go ahead and talk about what all the app itself can do once you're in here. So back to the phone real fast, just to show you how all those work. All that lives under the shortcuts tabs. And as you can see, I have a few already set up, but we're just gonna go ahead and hit the plus button. So you have the kind, this is the kind of shortcut that you wanna create. You have quick reminders, start a workout, call a contact, message a contact, search maps, coin flip, dice roll, ask the orb, which is basically like a magic 8-ball without saying magic 8-ball, and a tally counter. So let's go ahead, I'll show you how the workout works. So basically you go to start a workout, you can select from the full list of workouts, whatever workout you want to create. And this is just a quick, fast way to start your workout. You can also select from all these, and I believe if everything works well, if I do cross training, it should automatically select the cross training icon there as well. So you can call it whatever, it says cross training by default, but you can rename the title if you want, and then you can also change the color of the icon itself as well. So let's go ahead and just make that one red. We hit save, cross training is now down at the bottom of my list. But we can also do a contact. So if I go in here and I say, let's say message a contact, if you want to message, you can then select from your contacts list whoever you want to message, and then you can even pre-fill in a message. That's optional, but if there's somebody that you're always texting the exact same thing, maybe you're texting, I'm on my way home or whatever, you can now do it with a couple quick taps on your watch rather than going to your phone. So that's what this option is really about. Same thing with the call option. You can come back in here, do call a contact. You can just pick a contact. Just a quick way to actually call somebody from your watch if you want to. And then in here, same thing with search the map. This is a quick way to go to the same place that you want to go to all the time. You can just tap on that. And of course, this will also kind of eventually work its way to your phone as well if your phone is connected to your watch, which is really nice. Now I am hoping to make this list even more extensive, but right now this is the ones that I've kind of settled on for now. Sadly, Apple does limit how much I can do. Like I tried to set it to where it could trigger a shortcut that you already had set up on your watch. Sadly, I can't do that. So I'm hoping to do more, but I'm just not sure what all I'm able to do yet. But I am gonna continue to try to add more as we go. Now, one other thing that I did wanna point out is if you have a complication that you're setting with a bunch of photos, that's where the settings comes in handy, and that's this button right here. So basically, when you're trying to sync over a bunch of photos, what you want to do is you want to have the app open and the phone app open, and then you just tap this button, give it a few seconds, and it's going to just be able to sync everything a lot faster. Otherwise, it still will sync, it just may take a little bit longer. But let's go ahead and look at what some of these actions do and how they work. Let me zoom in for you. So if we wanted to start an indoor walk, all I have to do is tap right there. It immediately gets that all set up, and then I hit start workout, and the workout is gonna go straight into it. And so let's go ahead and just cancel this real quick before it actually saves that as a workout. And so we have that, and all workouts basically work the same right there. And then for a new reminder, I can just tap in here. You tap right here, you automatically, if you have it set to the dictation, it will remember that and go to that from here on out. It will set this reminder, I hit done, and then I hit add, and now it is added to my reminders. You can also do a quick note. Now the way notes work, so it works basically the same way as reminders, but sadly it doesn't get saved to the notes yet. The notes actually live on the phone. So once you have created a note, you will get a new tab right down here that says notes, and then you have access to your notes right there. So just something to keep in mind. I couldn't save them actually to the notes, so I have them saved inside the app, which honestly could be a benefit because I don't know about you, but my notes is like very polluted with a ton of stuff, where I could actually use this app to keep track of certain notes that I want to stay on top of. So that was my thought process in allowing it to be part of it, even though I couldn't save it into notes, at least not yet. Now, the fun ones, let's go ahead and show you a couple of the fun ones here. So we have the coin flip. So as soon as you tap it, it automatically starts flipping the coin, and it landed on heads this time, but I can tap again and flip it again if I want. Hey, look, we got it. There's the tails. The tails is the backside of a pair of jeans. I tried to have a little bit of fun with this one, but you can keep flipping. And of course it's like 50% chance on what you're gonna get because it is a true coin flip. So you can get the butt a ton, but we can just keep flipping and eventually maybe we'll get heads. There we go. So that's fun. We also have the dice roll, and it just rolls the dice. You can tap this. Now with the dice roll, something I didn't show you on the phone, so let's go back real fast. So with the dice roll, you can select the type of dice. So you can have a 4-sided, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20-sided dice. So it has all those options. So if I go ahead and I save this as the 20-sided, and then I save this, we come out. Hopefully it's gonna sync fast enough. We flip it. Now we have that 20-sided dice. It's just gonna show a number, but something I can't really show you that it actually does. When it's rolling the dice, you actually feel it. It does have the haptic feedback on the watch and kind of triggers that. The other app that does this, and the one that I really like the most, is the Ask the Orb. So if I go ahead and open this up, it automatically just rolls it. It automatically starts shaking it. The watch itself shakes a little bit, and then it answers your question. So let me just go, are people gonna like this app? Absolutely. That was great. I didn't even expect that. I was really prepared for one of it saying, no, nobody's gonna like it. Are people gonna believe that I absolutely did not plan that? Definitely no. Oh, definitely so. Okay, that worked. It actually, maybe, thank you, we'll see. I don't know. But yes, I love this one. This one's, to me, it's one of the funner ones. I haven't played with an 8-ball in forever, but I've just had a lot of fun creating this one, and I thought it was just a lot of fun to actually do. So there you have it right there. So basically, this is the app. I mean, it's pretty simple. The main purpose of it was to be able to give myself the ability to add photos as my complications. And it also works on the series watches as well. You can see I have it right here on this watch face. It obviously is a lot smaller, but you know, it's still fun. And it does work on the square complications as well, which will give you a little bit more space. So if I come in here, we go into this watch face, I can go to edit. I can swipe across until I get to the complication editor. And then we scroll all the way down. Well, we got to get out of that one. Oh, here we go. We're on Carrot. Scroll all the way down to the bottom because Wristmate is usually the last one. And now we have the rectangular set. Now this one, I still need to tweak. So let's go ahead and I'll show you a little bit of how that works. Go into sets. We go into that rectangular set. We come down here. You can see I was playing around with this feature, and let's just zoom that in, kind of set that, hit done, fix this one. So it looks like there may be a bug in here. I may just had to, let's see, zoom it in just a little bit, hit done. Yeah, so this definitely is a bug, and I figured we'd come across something while making this video, and I'm just gonna be really real with you. There's gonna be bugs. If you find them, let me know. I will try to fix. There is a frequently asked questions, so try to look through those first. I can update these on the fly, but I am also gonna be redoing the way the photo stuff works. You can like pinch yourself and kind of do it, but it's very hard. That's why I created these, to try to get everything and the rotation and how everything works. But you can get them a little bit better, but it seems like if you rotate the image and you don't zoom in enough, it may not, see, yeah, it gets off. So I will be fixing that in a future update. But let's go ahead and just kill the rotation on everything. Let's zoom out right here. You're not gonna get much of that picture. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that picture from the list. This one also, I'd rather see more of my wife's face than mine. That's what the rotation was for. Like, I think that would work better, but of course it zooms it out. So yeah, we're gonna fix that. And then I have it set to every 30. We're gonna say on app launch. And I don't know about the border. I'm gonna leave the border off, but we're gonna go in here, and just so everything syncs over, I'm gonna go back to the settings, hit this little button. It just helps me. And we're gonna go out, and hopefully we will get, there we go. So now it is switching on app launch. You can see you have a much larger image with the square than you do the circle, and you can have different images. So you can do this. You can set up, I could have set up all these complications as photo complications. Now, sadly, they will all launch into the same app, but you can have them launch into different things. And I guess I probably should have showed that off as well. So if I go to the rectangular set and I say on app launch, I want to run Ask the Orb, I can set that up. Once again, just hopefully just to kind of speed things up, we're gonna try to, well, I guess I should have refresh. And we're gonna close, and we're gonna open. And it goes straight to the Ask the Orb. So it's good to see that that works. That's something I just haven't tested yet. So, well, I mean, I tested to make sure that it would launch the action, but just how quickly that session saves, like, I wasn't positive on that. But as I said, I love creating apps that I want myself, and then I offer them to you for as cheap as possible. So far, this is Wristmate. It's 99 cents. It's in the store. I also have O2 Buddy. It's the only way, if you're in the US, to get your blood oxygen readings to actually be visible on your watch. And then that is also just 99 cents. I just recently updated it with notifications. So if your blood oxygen is lower than it should be, you can set however low you want the trigger to be. You'll get a notification. And then Stride Pal is a step count app. Now that one I did charge $1.99. just because it took me a lot longer to make that app. And that recently was updated as well with better updating of the complication. So all those will be linked below in the description. I did actually have the app rejected twice during the process of getting it out to the App Store. The first time was a little interesting. They was just trying to figure out what usefulness was for the app. And so I actually had to create a video. And then the second time was because I was trying to ask for more than I needed when it came to Health Kit, because I needed some Health Kit stuff to actually be able to trigger the workouts, but there was one checkbox I checked. I just kind of tried to ask for too much info and I wasn't really using it. So they're like, well, if you're not really using it, you shouldn't have it on. So they rejected it. So I just had to uncheck that and then it got in. So all stuff that, you know, you usually kind of go through the process when you're developing apps and trying to figure that out. But I've had a blast of creating all three of these apps, and I love that you have loved them. All the support that I've got on them so far has been amazing, and I'm just gonna keep making them if you're okay with that. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. Thank you so much for all your support and for watching. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.